Hey guys, it's Ashley with 3R Sales and Service. Today we're taking a look at a 14-foot tandem axle trailer that we built custom for a customer. So this is a 7,000 pound trailer. We have a hot water pressure washer and a gas engine soft wash system in here. So we'll go ahead and start up front with the hose reels. We've got the soft wash hose reel. This has 200 feet of the 1/2 inch hose. We've got the pressure washer reel with 200 feet of the 3/8 hose and the high pressure ball valve to switch between the surface cleaner and your wand. Or just for rinsing. And then we've got 100 feet of the 3/4 inch hose at the bottom. And these are on the 12-inch Titan hand crank reels. On the outside, you can see we've got the 2-inch tank drain. You can just reach in, turn the valve, and that'll dump the 325-gallon tank that we have in here within just a few minutes. I'll go inside, kind of show you around with the pressure washer and the other features that we have on the tank from up front. So from inside the trailer, we've got the Hydrotech SS 3500-6. It's a 5.5 gallon a minute washer with a Honda GX630 engine. The nice thing we do about this is, it's a much more compact washer. It gives you more room up front for storage. We got it vented through the roof here, so it's a nice, clean, straight stack to keep that burner vented and burning properly. At the bottom here, where the pump is, we put bleeder valves on these pumps. That just bleeds all the air out of the water line. So if you run out of water in your tank, or if you're priming it after not using it for a while, you just open up this valve here. You'll start seeing water run down, and it goes down through the floor of your trailer. Shut that off once you have no more air bubbles coming through, and your pump is primed and ready for startup. So that prevents a lot of either pump damage or just troubles starting your system for the first time after a while or after running out of water. Behind me we have the 325-gallon tank. So we've started putting a lot of pre-filters on these tanks just to prevent your float valve from getting clogged up and overflowing. So it's much easier to change. You just unscrew it here, clean it out, and you're good to go. Keeps a lot of buildup from going inside your tank. We've also got additional filters going to both the pressure washer and to the soft wash system, again, to prevent anything from getting inside those pumps. The valve that you see on top here past the filter, that either diverts the water into your tank or you can fill your bleach tank. This particular setup has a batch mix system, so we can just run the water right into that tank and you don't have to do anything separately for that. So we'll go ahead and move around to the back of the trailer and you can see the rest of the equipment. Okay, so from the rear of the trailer, we can get a much better look at the soft wash system. We've got the Comet P40 pump and the Honda GX200 engine. This setup is on a batch mix system. So what that means is we have a 55-gallon chemical tank here, and you mix your water, your surfactant, and your bleach all together in that tank. So I'll climb in here a little bit closer so that you can figure out how the valving system works. So the way that we have this set up is we have these two valves here. The blue line is for our bypass and the green line is for our incoming water line. So you can see this is a much larger one here. So the way that these valve positions are, we have them both in the down position right now. This is for chemical draw. We got this little chart here to kind of help remind them of how these valves work and what they're meant to do. So when they're in the down position, it's drawing chemicals. So that means this green hose is drawing from the top of the tank. It's going down into the inlet fitting on the pump. And then when you let off the trigger, and then it goes into bypass mode, it goes up this hose here and then back into your tank and recirculates. So that it gives your system plenty of time to recirculate. You don't have to run back right away when you let off the trigger to shut it off. So the batch mix system does have that benefit. It allows you to run it for a longer period of time in bypass mode as long as you still have liquid in your tank. So when we flip these valves and we want to do our rinsing, because we all know it's important to keep these soft wash systems rinsed out. So in this mode, it's actually drawing water into your pump. So it actually comes up through here and then down into your pump. And then when you let off in bypass mode, it diverts the water back to your water tank. So you're not getting a bunch of excess water in your chemical tank and you're not throwing chemical into your water tank. The valve positions are very clear. Everything's nice and easy to use, so we keep it as simple as possible. We do use the red washdown gun with this system. If you haven't used those washdown guns, they're very Easy to use. You pull the trigger back, that gives you your long distance spray. The looser the trigger is, you have your more fanned spray, and then they've got the swivel at the end so your hose doesn't get all bound up whenever you're trying to either reel it in or move it around corners. So very, very nice and easy to use. The other thing about these P40 pumps is they do not come with a pressure gauge on them. So we use the AR45s a lot, and they come with that gauge, which is really nice. It kind of keeps you on track to make sure that you have your pressure in the right range. You're not going to overpressurize anything. So what we do for these is we actually, a little hard to see from there, but we install a pressure gauge on the reel, very similar to the AR45 pressure gauge. So you can stay right within that green safe zone and not overpressurize anything and damage your pump. On the other side here, we have our 21-inch stainless steel Mossmatic surface cleaner that you work with your pressure washer system. And we have our 7-gallon chemical tank that we can draw through our pressure washer system as well. So since we have a hot water unit on here, you might be doing some degreasing or house washing. You can put different detergents in there so that you don't have to empty your batch mix tank and use it through that system. So other than that, we have the gray painted interior. We like to use a medium gray, kind of keeps any scuffs that you have on the walls, it blends them in a little bit better. We use a kind of a medium gray on the flooring as well. We have that protective flooring down in this trailer. It has a textured finish, so it's easier to walk on. It's not a slippery floor or anything, but it protects the floor of the trailer, the wood floor of the trailer, from being damaged by bleach, because we all know how corrosive bleach is, and what your trailers can look like in a few years after using bleach in them. Another protective thing we do is we put a vent on our 55-gallon bleach tank, and that goes down either through the floor or through the side, depending on how we have the particular trailer set up. This one goes down through the floor, just so we can get any of those fumes from the expanding to go down and out of the trailer, so that again, you don't have extra corrosion inside here, because these are steel framed trailers, and we want to extend the life as long as we possibly can. So if you guys have any questions on this system, feel free to give us a call, and we can either quote something for you similar or different, or just give you options that we have available. Thanks.